Now at 7:30 on WKYT this morning, Interstate 75 near the Kentucky state line will be closed all weekend. We'll tell you about the alternate route.
A couple of Republican presidential candidates will be in the bluegrass this week ahead of the Kentucky caucus.
And people in Estill County are worried about radioactive waste found in their landfill. They're worried about what it could do to their community.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Sean Moody.
And I'm Michelle Chamberlain, and I'm excited about the weather this weekend.
Yo, it's a great looking forecast. I think we're looking pretty mild today. Mike Linden is standing by. And how's it look this morning?
Things are looking great as we work our way through the final weekend of the month. As we start out this morning, it's important to remember it is still the winter, and you're still going to feel like this over the course of some mornings with temperatures sub-freezing almost across the board. Not to mention in Wayne County this morning, close to the Tennessee line, 18 degrees. That's one of the coldest spots out there. Lexington, 28. So a few degrees below freezing, and here's a good reason why. Not much cloud cover out there. A very nice start to the day, at least looking, but it is still a little chilly as we get our morning started. We look at Defender. There's some cloud cover over eastern Kentucky, not so much over western Kentucky. The dividing line seems to be I-75 this morning. Not to mention, we are still tracking some patchy fog in some low-lying areas, especially along I-75 south, close to the Corbin area, through Pulaski County and Laurel County this morning. So be safe if you're heading southward on I-75. Not to mention, there's a closure there that we'll tell you about in just a moment. But February is set to end on a beautiful note. A little taste of spring here as we get ready to round out the winter season. I'll have your full forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right, Mike, thank you. We're following a story out of Tennessee this morning that could have a big impact on anybody who's heading south on Interstate 75.
Yeah, police and highway crews have shut down I-75 just south of the Kentucky state line. WKYT's Mike Byer joins us now from the live desk with more this morning.
That's right, guys. The shutdown of I-75 near the Tennessee border is causing a major headache for motorists. Now let's take a look at where this is. Police say a rock slide closed the northbound lanes yesterday afternoon near exit 141 in Campbell County, Tennessee. That's between Jellicoe and La Follette. Police also closed the southbound lanes in the same area as a precaution. Right now, the Tennessee Department of Transportation says they have no timetable for when the southbound lanes will reopen. Until then, southbound traffic must exit at Jellicoe, then follow US 25 west or another route down exit 141. Highway leaders say it could take 2 or 3 weeks to clean up the rock slide in the northbound lanes. So, to catch it up, all lanes are currently shut down and will at least be closed through the weekend because Tennessee highway officials tell us it will be Monday before they can even assess what should be done next. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Mike, now let's take a look at live drive traffic. This is traffic near the state line, actually just south toward Jellicoe. Things look like they're moving along, but of course it's still early in the day. Also, remember, southbound traffic has to exit at Jellicoe, then follow US 25W or another route down to exit 141.
And you can keep up with traffic and the latest forecast on our Weather Plus traffic app. It's interactive, so you can zoom into those streets. You can download it for free on the app or Google Play Store.
1 week from today, Kentuckians will caucus for a Republican presidential candidate, and we have learned that Donald Trump will be spending part of Super Tuesday here in the Commonwealth. The GOP frontrunner is planning an event Tuesday afternoon at the Kentucky International Convention Center over in Louisville, and it will be open to the public. And Ben Carson will also campaign in the Bluegrass State. Carson is coming here to Lexington on Monday. He will attend a We the People town hall meeting at the Lexington Hits Center on Ruccio Way. That event is also open to the public.
Super Tuesday is this coming Tuesday, March 1st. Republicans will caucus in Kentucky 1 week from today on March 5th. Democrats will have their state primary on May 17th. Kentucky's junior Senator Rand Paul will attend 2 town halls today as part of his senatorial campaign. Paul will attend the Harrison County GOP Lincoln Day lunch and caucus kickoff in Cynthiana. Senator Paul will also hold a town hall in Scott County. He'll be at the Cherry Blossom Golf and Country Club in Georgetown.
People in Estill County are determined to find answers, and you probably would be too if you found out radioactive waste was dumped illegally into your community. Now Estill County leaders are launching their own investigation. They want to know how the landfill got that material and who is responsible.
We want to get to the bottom of it, but good, bad, or ugly. We want to know the facts.
Estill County leaders have scheduled a public forum to answer questions from the community. That will be at 6 o'clock Tuesday night at Estill County High School. People living near the landfill are concerned, especially about that radioactive waste. Vivian Smith has lived across from that landfill before it was even built there. When she found out what was there, she said she was pretty worried.
How will it affect us in the air that we breathe? And, you know, that I want the quality checked. I want our lake checked to see about the, you know, the water that's there, the runoff. We've got several concerns that we are going to try to get some answers to.
Estill County leaders are getting those areas checked out. A company is coming tomorrow to test for radiation.
In a story we've kept you up to date on all week, UK's campus, there have been 3 cases of mumps that are confirmed. Other students have reported having periotitis, which is swelling of the glands around the jaw, and it's often a symptom of mumps. The Fayette County Health Department says that the confirmed cases have folks off campus worried.
A woman accused of killing her boyfriend now has a trial date. Vanessa Napier will stand trial in the death of John Sharp beginning November 14th. Sharp was stabbed to death in July. Police arrested Napier after they say she led them on a 40-mile chase in a bucket truck while under the influence. Days after her arrest, detectives testified that Napier told them Sharp sexually assaulted her.
2 women are in jail this morning on prostitution and drug charges as part of an undercover investigation by 2 Kentucky Sheriff Departments. The Boyle and Lincoln County Sheriff Departments arrested 2 women for prostitution and various drug charges. Deputies say the investigation started in Lincoln County when detectives contacted a woman who they say placed an online ad offering sex for money. Police say Lindsay Sally planned to meet with a detective at an apartment in Danville. That got the Boyle County Sheriff's Office involved. Deputies also arrested Patricia B. Kraft. She's the woman renting the apartment where Sally planned to meet up with the detective.
The Clay County community is mourning the loss of a 17-year-old who died in a crash. Investigators say Clay County High School senior Christopher Hubbard died Thursday in a crash in London. 18-year-old Cameron Asher was riding with him, and he was badly injured. People who knew Hubbard say he was a great student and even volunteered for a rescue squad. He was especially close to Elizabeth Parks. A Lexington woman battling cancer has a special member of her team, a former UK football player and current Tennessee Titan, Avery Williamson.
That's right. Williamson came back in town to sign autographs and collect donations for Sarah Lister. Lister is the executive director of Lexington's Ronald McDonald House. She's also battling leukemia, but now she has help.
It is 7:38 now on your Saturday morning. Still plenty more coming.
That's right. More news ahead as the creators of the Atlas robot are bullying their invention for science. That story's coming up after Mike's forecast.
Get ready for a wonderful end to the final weekend of the month. Coming up, a taste of spring with around 22 days left to go in the winter.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with Mike Linden.
Good morning and welcome to the final weekend of the month of February. Less than 22 days left to go until the start of the spring season on March 20th. I'm sure a lot of you out there are counting down the days. But you get a nice taste of spring as we work our way through this afternoon. Today, we'll kind of get started on the right track, and then as we head into Sunday, things get even better. Right now on Defender 75, essentially the dividing line right now between seeing some light cloud cover and not. Lexington is pretty much right now on the borderline. Things are quite clear as we get started early this morning, and the spots that are dealing with the light cloud cover a little bit warmer than the rest. Still in the lower 30s, still sub-freezing, and things over in western Kentucky and southern Kentucky. How about Monticello, Wayne County, 18 degrees. That's chilly as you get started. Even Lexington, the state capital, 26, 28 degrees. It is still the winter after all, and that is going to be how it feels. But as we get into the afternoon, get ready for things to become a little more mild. A nice mix of sun and clouds as we get back into the lower 50s. This isn't going to be a day where you'll open up the door later on and go, wow, it really feels like the spring. We're getting there, but today is a step in the right direction. A good reason as to why? That mild Gulf of Mexico air returns to the region. Notice these lines here coming in from the south, working their way right on into the bluegrass. And if we look off to the northwest, there is the next system set to shake things up a little bit. That being this cold front as we head into Sunday afternoon. It will bring with it 2 new conditions to the region. One being some pretty gusty winds. Check this out. Even today, we'll begin to feel those winds getting a bit stronger, up near about 15 miles per hour as we head into the afternoon. Overnight tonight, as that low gets a little bit closer to Kentucky, that's when you're going to see those winds really take a big step up. Notice this is 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 40-mile-per-hour gusts of wind. That is certainly quite strong as we work our way into Sunday afternoon, and even into the evening hours we'll hold on to those strong winds. Now, the other impact from that front will be the return of some moisture as well. Of course, when you get that Gulf of Mexico southwesterly wind, you get the warmth, but you get the moisture too. And with a cold front coming in as we head into Sunday evening, watch what peeks out as we head into Sunday evening. There is that cold front, pretty well drawn out by the model here as well. As we head into the late evening hours of Sunday and into the early morning hours of Monday, that's when you'll see the showers. And by the time we get into the morning commuting hours of Monday, things will be looking a lot better. That's pretty much what the final 3 days of the month of February looks like. In fact, tomorrow, if it weren't for these incredibly strong winds, we'd be looking at a beautiful day. The mid-60s, that is about 15 degrees warmer than where we should be normally for this time. So we got to take what we can get. The upcoming work week, the start of March, maybe not the prettiest, a little muddled. In fact, looks like we could even get a chance for some snow flurries by midweek. So a chance for the snow potentially by the middle of the week, but things look good this weekend.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
So, Sean, I'm sure your mom told you it's not nice to bully robots, right?
Never bully robots.
Never, right? Especially this version that's getting rave reviews for its abilities.
Yeah, this is pretty wild. Jeannie Mose reports why it had to get poked, shoved, and teased to show off those abilities.
It's a wow moment for robot fans. An impressive new version of the Atlas robot is unveiled. And what steals the limelight? Robot abuse.
But it's interesting that America is building robots that people can bully. In 100 years, that scene is going to be in the robot version of Roots. You understand this?
And it's not just physical, but mental torture. By hockey stick, taunted and teased. This after doing such a nice job of lifting boxes. Take this job and shove it. I'm out of here. No wonder Atlas fans visualize robot revenge scenarios. And this isn't the first time the highly regarded robot design company Boston Dynamics has mistreated one of its creations.
Why do you are? It's a robot!
Actually, there's a perfectly good reason for this robot abuse. When most robots fall down, they can't get back up. They often have to be carried off for repair. But when the new Atlas was forced to faceplant, watch it get back on its feet. And though it stumbles through the snow like Bigfoot, it never loses its balance on the uneven terrain. That's a very big deal. Even if one commenter noted, "Looks like me coming home from the bar last night." Lest you think the engineers are just brutal bullies, lacking any sense of humor. Jingle bells, jingle bells. This was last year's Christmas greeting from Boston Dynamics. Even if their robots aren't laughing all the way. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Laughing all the way. I
yeah,
like
that is why the robots will turn against us eventually. That video, people doing that to them, yeah.
Very true. I
it's
believe
gonna
it.
happen. It's over. It's 7:46 now on your Saturday morning.
More news when we return.
Kentucky mornings start here. You're watching WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Hope you're enjoying the start to what looks to be a terrific weekend. A week from today is the Kentucky Republican Presidential Caucus. About 6,000 absentee ballots have been sent in, and on March 5th, Republican voters go to caucus locations across the state. Republican Party Executive Director Mike Biaggi joins me on Kentucky Newsmakers for a little Caucus 101. How do you think this is going to go Saturday?
Well, I think there's a lot of energy among local county parties especially to be doing this, to use it as an opportunity to contact voters. And we're giving, as you said, voters the opportunity to be relevant in the presidential nomination in a way that no one can really remember us doing, because we've always had that late May primary after the nomination's been sewn up. By doing this on Saturday, March 5th, a full 2.5 months earlier, we're doing it at a time when candidates are still competing for votes, still need to win more states and more delegates to secure their nomination. So we're seeing a much more competitive environment for the race for the Republican nomination here in Kentucky.
Have you reached out to other states where caucuses have been held just to see what their experience is like?
I did. Early on, very shortly after the governing body of our state party approved this caucus, I reached out to see what they do and got some ideas, but really we wanted to make the Kentucky caucus feel more similar to what voters are used to here in an election. So, for example, when a voter shows up to the caucus, they will show identification, sign in, receive a ballot, cast their vote by secret ballot, and they can be on their way. So that will feel very similar to what they're used to. You know, one of the differences is that there will be a campaigning area where presidential campaigns can send a representative to distribute literature or answer questions. There won't be any speeches, but there is that kind of campaign feel separate from the private voting area.
Can there be kind of this, buttonholing where you pull somebody over and say, really, you need to be for this person?
I don't think there'll be as much of that, but again, we didn't want to go quite the way other caucus states do it, so we wanted that, Kentuckians, I think, are used to that kind of private ballot, and we'll stick with that.
But this is a party event. It is not regulated by state government. It is not overseen by the State Board of Elections, and so in that way it is different, right?
It definitely is. Yeah, under state law, the party has the authority to conduct a caucus and do it according to its rules, and we wanted to set this up to have a wide window of opportunity from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. anytime that a voter can come to their caucus location, and the county parties decided whether or not they wanted to have a location in their county or do something more regional. And I'm really pleased that 111 out of 120 counties, they decided they wanted to have a caucus location, at least one location, in their county. So I think that's really good participation, and there's a lot of energy out there among the county parties to do this.
What happens in those counties where they do not have a caucus?
Sure, they have teamed up with a regional partner, an adjacent county, to have it there. And voters in those locations also had the opportunity through about a week ago to apply by absentee if they didn't have a caucus location in their county.
Mike, with the primary, people know their voting precinct, they know it well, and it's likely to be somewhere close to their neighborhood. Where will people go to caucus, and how do they know where they will go?
Right. Aside from the date, the location will be the biggest difference for voters. And the best way for a Republican voter to find out where they can caucus on March 5th is to visit the Republican Party of Kentucky's website, rpk.org, and there's a link, a search tool for any voter to search their name and birth date and find where they are assigned to vote, because they're only allowed to go to one location, the one where they've been assigned, based on the address where they're registered to vote with their county clerk.
Now, you can see the full interview with Biaggi and hear from Fayette County Property Valuation Administrator David O'Neill on some immediate changes he's making when considering what a property is worth. To see the full program, set your DVR or catch Kentucky Newsmakers tomorrow morning at 6 on WKYT or on its repeat tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the CW Lexington. I'm Bill Bryant, and we'll be right back.
Good morning. It's 7:56 on your Saturday morning. The Cats play the Commodores today, and you can see the game right here on WKYT. They'll travel down to Nashville to play in Memorial Gym on the Doors Court. Tip is set for 4 o'clock, like I said, right here on WKYT.
And of course, immediately following the game, it's Wildcat Wrap-Up. We'll have all the highlights and post-game reaction only on your home for UK Sports, WKYT.
And as far as the weather goes, things are shaping up to be quite nice for us here over the next few days. Today, temperatures getting back into the lower 50s, which is a little bit warmer than normal for this time of year. And then into tomorrow, boy, a great day temperature-wise. Mostly sunny both days. Tomorrow, though, well, it's a trade-off with the beautiful temperatures. The gusty winds will get up near about 40 miles per hour. That's all ahead of an active weather system that could bring us some rain showers as we head into Monday morning. Not much other than that on Monday, but then by Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when it'll remind you that we are indeed in the winter season, tracking potential storms, leading the way for some potential nicks into Monday. It really looks like we could see a lot here in the next few days, but it's these next 2 days that look just excellent.
All right, thanks, Mike. Thank you all for joining us. Nobody's more up to date than you to start the day.
CBS This Morning is next. Have a great day.